Hi, how are you? Good to see you. Wait, I can't see you. I can only see a camera. But hey,
Hey, well, you're clearly not plugged into the matrix properly.
obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, people. It's been a little bit since we made a video.
Vizio?
It's been a minute.
We've been a little busy, making some stuff,
Little bit.
things,
Little bit
knives
busy.
and whatnot.
Mostly knives.
Mostly knives. There's been some other things. Anyway, so this is definitely the Makers Choice recap video. Now that the Archbishops the Makers Choice are finished, we've got them all pretty and sharpened, and they're ready to go. So, shall we start with the knives, or do you want to talk about them? Themes, ideas.
Let's
Things of this
start with the
nature.
backstory of the Archbishop. So, the Archbishop originally began as a collaboration design with somebody else. That particular person never got back to me about doing the collaboration, but I really liked the design, and so, like I have it. I have the original.
I was looking for the prototype.
We had the OG gangster prototype, and I made this thing. Look, I wrote it on there like a smart man. You did 2000. That is January of 2015 was when I made the original prototype, and that means that the design was done in 2014. Yeah. So this is not a new design, but it was one, like, both Chris and I have carried this prototype fairly extensively, and we loved it. I mean, it was just really functional, and so I always knew that I had to make this knife. Had to. And then we finally made it.
And then we did.
Finally.
So one of the things we're really happy about on the Archbishops is they're going back to 20 CV for the blade steel,
Oh, I missed it.
and
I missed it so much.
we really like it a lot. Like, it's wonderful.
Shut up. So, Maker's Choice, if you don't know, I hope you know. Maker's Choice, it's kind of a luck of the draw sort of deal. So we made 20 of them, and just as a warning, that number is going to go down. The next run of knives that we do, the Scepter, we're not going to offer 20 spots. Things are getting too crazy, right? I am wanting to spend more time per knife than we can. Because we're basically...
we can't afford to make 20 of
Yeah,
them.
basically,
anymore,
we
like-
made these were free. We made these for free at this point.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
It's we couldn't help ourselves. So the Scepters, there's only going to be like 10 Maker's Choice from now on, because they're getting insane.
Which means there's going to be a little more detail. They're going to be redonkulous, of course.
Yeah, I'm excited. Like, I don't actually set a timer for myself, but I do keep track of roughly how long I'm spending per knife to do all the carve work on them. It's just the carve work, not including the finishing. And the carve
Which
work
often takes longer than the carve work.
carve work is getting to the point where I can only carve like 2 scales a day, and that is way slow.
So, let's move on to the Makers Choice Archbishops.
So you're there.
Okay. ThunderCats.
I love those motorcycle guys.
Mm-hmm. So, we have a shop, and there's a lot of other businesses around us, and they all do very interesting things. So this one isn't really in theme with.
So the theme for the Archbishops was medieval, and while I was doing a lot of looking into medieval stuff, because the way that I come up with inspiration for carve work is I sit there and I just Google the crap out of things, and I just look and look and look and look, and I have books, many books on the medieval era, and I look through all of them.
Some books. This is a fun book
Lots of books.
with pictures, pretty pictures.
And so, whilst I was Googling around and looking at Google image searches for swords, guess which one comes up fairly often? the Sword of Omens from ThunderCats, and let's face it, I was a fan of the old ones back in the 80s, 90s.
I'll be honest. I'm happy that my name didn't end up like, Panthro.
It was
Or Lioness.
tempting. I named Christopher, so it could have been. Mom and Dad were clearly on drugs.
Like Skywalker, Panthro Williamson.
Wouldn't that have been a great name?
Shut up, dude. You did good. All right, you did good. Let's keep it at that.
All right, so I carved an Eye of Thundera and other things, and then Christopher, since we have red as an option for color now via nano ceramic coating, I was like, finally, I can make an Eye of Thundera. So I did. This blade is also black nano ceramic coated. And Christopher, are you proud of this pot clip, aren't you?
That pot clip was a pain in the ass to do. Right. I got the blacks, the gray, the shiny red in there.
There's one of 20.
What?
Oh, and the way the Maker's Choice works is we don't actually know where these go. We just randomly put them in a box, randomly put a shipping label on it, off it goes.
It's the only fair way we can do it.
Fair. Ooh, this one.
That
I'm
one?
a fan of this one. So you can't look at medieval anything without stumbling across illuminated manuscripts. And they've just got all kinds of weird crap in them. And so
We had some fun theories about illuminated manuscripts today.
there was a discussion about
We
that.
did have a
Yes,
discussion, yes.
I am personally of the opinion that the monks who were doing illuminated manuscripts were into something, whether it was like some weird mushrooms that were growing down in the crypts or
They
something.
were not sober. No. Those are bad hippie drawings.
And so there's interesting shapes that are present in medieval illuminated manuscripts, and so I tried to capture some of them, and then because I can relief cut things in an interesting way when I'm carving, we made it flashy.
Shiny.
Circles were challenging to carve.
I bet.
Yeah. And of course, kind of pie clip it, rock with it. I think Christopher did a great job with the coating and anodization on these bad boys.
So as Elliot is getting better and better and more detailed with his carving, that means that I have to get better and better and more detailed with all of my finish work. Which is challenging at times, because there's some really small, fine details. Really small.
So people ask me, other knife makers and just people in general, what I'm using to do this. And one of these days I'm gonna make Christopher buy me a nice like Fordham flex shaft rotary tool. But for now we just use like basic ass Dremels that you get at Home Depot, and we have a specific reason for that. We usually wait until they go on sale and then we buy a whole bunch of them, so when they burn out we don't care. And
Been through a couple at this point.
Just a few. So I use basically all carbide ball end mills. I like 1/8 inch for doing bulk removal, 16th inch ball end mills for doing moderate detail, and then 1/32 inch end mills for getting really detailed. Oh, this damn thing. So I had this brilliant idea that I was going to relief cut hexagons so that it looked like, oh my god, so that it looked like you were peeling away the skin of something and there were these black hexagons inside. Something about our inner darkness and turmoil, I don't know.
You were really feeling the hexagons with that. Well, you're always feeling the hexagons.
Big fan of hexagons.
Mm-hmm.
This was so challenging. This one took me almost an entire day because not only are there hexagons carved into it, but they are lower.
Can we zoom in on.
Oh, it's zoomed.
They are lower than the rest of all the other titanium. It was unique and special. I did not put hexagons on the clip.
That would have been really tough. I like that one.
You'll notice there's a lot of black and bronze and gray in this particular run. That's because those are fairly predominant medieval colors.
Yep.
Ooh,
Black and bronze and gray.
speaking of colors.
And then,
boom.
and then there's that.
Yeah.
Some people, the people that have been around the shop and seen it while it's in progress, I've heard dragon, I've heard sea monster, Cthulhu, all sorts of different things.
That is probably one of my favorite part about carving stuff, is that while I have an idea, I have a vision, if you will.
He has an idea, I have a different idea, and everybody that sees it has a whole nother idea.
That's what I like about
It's
quote-unquote
art. It's art.
Everybody's got their own take on it. So, you know what? I leave it, I don't even know. You tell me what it is. I knew what I was trying to do. I won't spoil it by saying what I thought. Okay, let's talk about this blade real quick. So this blade has a green coating, then tumbled, and a blue coating. So it's blue and green, which is special. Oh my.
I don't think it's going to come through in the video really well, but
Probably not. Maybe some people will appreciate it.
our photographer says, hey.
Okay, this one's probably my favorite.
That is it. Down here. Do you have the which book is that in?
This is a great question. It was
Medieval warrior or weaponry?
no, it's in the other one. You know what? It might be in weaponry. No, I have one that's specifically about knives. It's not on my shelf.
Never mind. Can't show you the picture.
It's over here. Because it was still in use. It's in there.
So there. Keep talking.
Okay, so like this one comes straight from a 14th century dagger.
I'm looking for it, bro.
That it was in that book, and I went, I think I can do something based off of that. The actual dagger that I was basing this off of actually has silver as the pommel and guard piece, and then this is stingray skin in real life. Obviously, this is
real life.
all titanium. There you go, right there.
Is it?
Yeah. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see that in the video.
I don't know if you can see the video, but that.
That's what I was going off of. So, it came out nicely, and believe it or not, this one took a really long time to make because little tiny raised circles don't make themselves, and so I have to relief cut and then cut each one of those little circles.
It matches your wallet, bro.
It kind of does actually. So that took a long time to do, and this is all 1/32 inch animal. It's really tiny. Probably one of my favorites. It's great. Okay, so while Googling around and looking at Google images for medieval things and Gothic things, I came across a candelabra that had this on it. The candelabra was made of like probably bronze, but
We make things out of titanium.
we use titanium. I thought it was an interesting look. And sometimes
Does that actually look anything like the candelabra?
a little bit.
Okay.
A little bit.
This is one of those things where Elliot has an idea and carves it and gives it to me, and then I give him that, and he goes, "Yeah, this will work. This is good."
And this blade is actually black with blue highlights.
Yeah, it is.
They're subtle and cool.
We like understated.
Understated. Okay, I'm not gonna lie.
Honesty is good.
I love the look of some of the lightsaber knives that we do, but I didn't want it to be a lightsaber. So I used some of the techniques I used to do lightsabers, but made it not a lightsaber.
And specifically told me, not a lightsaber.
Not a lightsaber. So, black and bronze, predominant colors.
And it works.
I do like this one.
Pocket clip to match? Of course.
I have to say that pocket clips are the hardest part of this whole process.
bane of our existence. Pocket clips. Where's that?
So, as you research medieval stuff, one of the things that always comes up are castles. And so there's just predominant themes of bricks and cobblestones and wood they're just all over medieval everything, because that's the building materials that were available. And so, thank you. And so there's quite a few knives that feature bricks and cobblestone looking things, because I found a great way to carve pebbly looking stuff that I'm excited about. These are actually like round.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they're fully rounded and carved in.
Super excited about it.
Ready and super excited.
Is this like black and then copper, or copper and then black?
It's black and copper.
Tell. Okay, I'm not gonna lie.
Honesty is good.
I love the look of some of the lightsaber knives that we do, but I didn't want it to be a lightsaber. So I used some of the techniques I used to do lightsabers, but made it not a lightsaber.
And specifically told me, not a lightsaber.
Not a lightsaber. So, black and bronze, predominant colors.
And it works.
I do like this one.
Pocket clip to match? Of course.
I have to say that pocket clips are the hardest part of this whole process.
Bane of our existence. Pocket clips. Where's that?
So, as you research medieval stuff, one of the things that always comes up are castles. And so there's just predominant themes of bricks and cobblestones and wood they're just all over medieval everything, because that's the building materials that were available. And so, thank you. And so there's quite a few knives that feature bricks and cobblestone looking things, because I found a great way to carve pebbly looking stuff that I'm excited about. These are actually like round.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they're fully rounded and carved in.
Super excited about it.
Ready and super excited.
Is this like black and then copper, or copper and then black?
It's black and copper.
Tell. Oh, hello. Do you remember how we were talking about illuminated manuscripts? Yeah.
It's got some quasi-paisley going on there.
Was it something to do with some scroll work that I had been seeing? Gothic style scroll work. It was interesting. It's got a little bit of a Geigery flair to it. A little Geiger in there.
Most
I
of your
can't escape
carving.
it. It's just part of what I do at this point. And this one is a black and copper, bro. Why not?
Some black and copper are good colors together.
They make a bronze, don't they? I mean, you can't do medieval shit without doing something dragony. Can't do it. I love dragons too. I mean, it just favors well into carving, relief carving titanium. Dragons and shit. Actually, this pocket clip is one that I'm particularly proud of. I get good relief.
Mm-hmm.
She's cute.
Did we mention that we really like the Archbishops a lot?
I'm a big fan of the Archbishop.
Big fan.
Yep. This one was challenging.
Wasn't it?
Wasn't it then? So I got this wild hair at my ass that I was going to carve a chain. Chains are so incredibly three-dimensional. Putting them on something that is roughly two-dimensional and then trying to make it look three-dimensional was very hard. But it's still pretty interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Something about the chains that bind us or something like that.
We can philosophical.
Yeah.
With
Well,
carving.
I mean that's.
You know what? Maybe we'll save that for Blade Show weekend. We'll have a Ferrum Forge philosophy video.
We're gonna philosophize.
Why not?
Wow.
You know I'm good at bullshitting. I mean philosophizing. Yeah, that's what I meant. Mm-hmm. Give me the knife. Move on.
I'm glad I made it blue. I like it better blue.
Okay, cool.
It's Russian stuff. I don't think there's any Maker's Choice one that we've done that doesn't have something that is a roughly scale armor looking thing that could fit into like a predator theme or an alien theme or a dragon theme or a medieval theme. I come back to it all the time. Is that a green and copper blade? You crazy.
A nice foot bolster in there.
A foot bolster.
Yeah. We get it towards the camera. We have the lovely Amanda, who is being our photographer for this video.
So if you send an email to us through our website, contact us stuff, you're most likely getting a response from Amanda. She's way nicer than we are. So I was thinking ruin for this one. Because there's a lot of ruined castles. So I was trying to go...
And the
bricks,
Middle Ages, medieval, Dark
vines.
Ages, what the fuck was going on around then.
No one knows what's going on. I don't even know what's going on. Ruin.
You're out of your element, Donnie.
Like a child who walks into a movie halfway into it.
Right, moving on.
Eat your face.
You love me. It's true, I do. Nobody understands you like I do, bro. And it's frightening. I like that one a lot.
That went well. So I was like, wait a minute. Sword handles, they've got like leather wraps on them and stuff. I'm gonna try and carve titanium and make it look like leather. Worked out fairly decently. That might be something that recurs fairly regularly.
That's gonna be a recurring thing. I really like the way that looks.
Yeah, I kind of wish I had one. You know.
And you know how I love the Fagolster.
Fagolster.
The Fagolsters.
Fagolster is the sweet one. Wow, they're back to back. I did another one. Actually, this was the first.
This was the first one.
That was the second one. Yeah, you put a Famone in there.
I did.
Famone.
It's got a Fagolster and a Famone.
Oh my goodness, so much faux.
So much.
Is there any black stuff on here? Is it Fauconium?
No. That's full leather.
Oh
Give me the knife. It's time to go home. Let's wrap this video up.
Alright.
Dragon.
A dragon.
Oh my god, the dragon.
Dragon is a pain in the ass, wasn't it?
Giant pain in the ass. So it's like, oh, we're gonna make the claws and the teeth shiny, and the dragon will be green, and there'll be lava in the background. And,
Lava
oh,
and
God.
stuff. Yeah. Maybe I overreached a little.
I think I am the one who overreached.
I mean, there's a bunch of detail in here that you just won't be able to see.
You'll never be able to see in the video.
Never. So much. I spent an entire day making carving that
I spent like 4 days finishing it, so that's got about 15 steps in it. I like that one.
It's a lot Geigery. I can't help it. I can't help it. It's just part of what I do at this point.
It's an aesthetic that you like and you go towards because it looks cool on titanium.
It does.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Mr. H.R. Geiger was insane, but made some really cool shit. This one has a couple there's like 4 or 5 colors going on in there, of colors under the coating, and then some highlighted edges. There's different colors on top, inside of the relief cut. Details, right?
2 colors. That's 2
colors.
So I called this one in my Instagram post, Rook Takes Bishop. Essentially, what I was looking at was a picture of a castle, and there were crumbly stones down at the bottom, and then there was the castle part, and then there was the wooden tops of the castle, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do that. I did it on clip too.
That was fun.
Okay, this one's a little tongue-in-cheek.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, do enlighten us all, please.
Okay, so this one I labeled Diet of Worms. The Diet of Worms was the trial of Martin Luther.
Well, it's the Diet of Worms, because, God, you're ignorant. Jeez.
Because there was an archbishop that presided over it, and so somehow my mind went there, and it's wormy stuff.
Bro, I appreciate your historical humor.
This
okay?
Super nerd humor. Shit.
You could have told that to me before I finished it and did everything.
No, but it's good. It's all It's got cool texture. It's different. It's interesting.
I like that one.
I was thinking devilish worms. You did it. Okay.
Devilish worms. That's totally what I got in from this one.
Yeah.
You and me, bro, on the same page.
I don't think he's being truthful.
What?
And then at this point, it's almost.
There's gonna be a lightsaber knife in every Maker's Choice
we
batch.
have to.
Like, I mean,
We have to.
we may or may not have our own personal lightsabers.
And these are combat lightsabers.
Polycarbonate. Oh yeah. Yes, we've hit each other with them.
What?
Everybody needs a lightsaber.
How many blades did we make for this knife? Or how many and were refinished?
Oh no, that's the second blade.
Second
That's
blade.
about the 5th refinish on that blade.
There's a pain in the butt, and that is why we are hesitant to
we
offer.
had to release our inner hate and the true power of the dark side to
yeah.
make this happen.
Yeah,
Mhm.
definitely.
Mm-hmm.
The hate must flow through you.
Oh, I did not hesitate, and I showed no mercy.
So we get asked why, like, some of our coating colors aren't options on our pre-order stuff, and it's because they're so finicky. Yeah, and then there's that. So if they were just a little bit more predictable, then we would offer them. They're still not predictable enough. We haven't quite worked it out so that it maybe like 1 every 3 comes out the way we want to. All right. Now we've reached the bullshit section.
The bullshit. How long have we been rambling for this particular video?
32 minutes.
For 32 minutes, so we should wrap it up. Because that's going to take about 3 days to upload.
3 days.
3.
3.
Mm.
Right.
Right. Anyway, so let's wrap it up.
What we should tell the people that if obviously a lot of you missed out on Makers Choice Archbishops, but there's still Archbishops that are going out to our dealers, Nalpak's gonna have them. Bleed HQ's gonna have them. BTAC's gonna have them. Knife Center is gonna have a nice bunch of them. They're gonna have a lot of options.
They're gonna have a lot of the chevrons, which we think is one that's kind of the sleep.
We got. Oh,
of course I got it.
okay.
I mean, that makes me want to get into my conversation about spine whacking. When people do like that is testing, whereas that's a spine whack. I'm sorry. Don't do that to your knife. That's our destruction testing, but
yeah, because you can fix it.
You can fix it, but it's not gonna break. But just don't do it.
You had to.
I had to,
You had to whack your spine.
I gotta whack it, bro.
It's true. Sometimes you just gotta whack it.
Sometimes you just gotta whack it.
Anyway, Archbishops, they're gonna be at the dealers shortly. I mean, I'm gonna start putting together dealer orders tomorrow. Literally.
It's happening.
Yeah. And
then, so if you've been paying attention to our website, you'll have seen that we are not going to Blade Show this year. And instead, we're going to stay here. We're going to work on knives. We're going to try and actually do like a fun YouTube video that's just us rambling about shit. Maybe. And we're going to do a little Blade Show sale. So,
for all of you who aren't going to Atlanta,
which is most of you, the majority of us are not going to Atlanta. But that being said, you should go to our website and sign up for our email newsletter, because there's going to be some special stuff, and that's going to be the best spot for you to get updates, up to the minute updates of where you can get the knives.
That's why we made it. Also, if you're in Southern California, we are going to have a little soiree on. Is that Saturday we're doing that?
We'll get together. Well, let's check the calendar.
Oh my gosh. Look at the calendar, sir.
We said the 4th?
Yep.
Of June?
Yes.
Alright. So people who are in San Diego, on the 4th of June, it's a Saturday, there's going to be some knives and some beer happening. Actually, at the brewery next door.
We're not actually going to do it here.
We're not doing it here.
I'm doing it at the brewery.
We have breweries right next door. It's wonderful.
Dangerous.
Yeah, we've learned.
Yeah.
It's taken a couple years, but we learned.
It's called Helms Brewing. You can Google it. And our lovely camera lady, Amanda, is actually the new manager of their new tasting room down in Ocean Beach, California. Just in case you wanted to know. You're welcome. Thanks. And then,
do you have anything else you want to talk about?
Tell them what's coming up next. The next night? Huh? Next design?
No.
Never wants to tell you guys anything. Oh my goodness. The next night is the scepter. We talked about it already. I've said scepter already. I've said it out loud.
Okay.
It's coming up next.
The scepter.
The scepter.
20 CV as well.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Full titanium frame lock. The stuff we always do.
The normal stuff.
Why do we do that? Why do we keep making it out of this? Why do we use those materials, Christopher?
You're going to have to watch the next video to get answers to that question, because we're already over half an hour.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. And that's another...
I was like, really? What are you making?
I appreciate your desire for a segue, but I'm going to stab you in the neck.
Stomp my segue, bro. Alright, you two.
I'm going to Anakin your ass.
Thanks for what? Hold on. I have the high ground.
Fuck!
Alright, people. Thanks for watching. Thanks for
tolerating.
Being interested in our knives that we work way too goddamn hard to make. Oh my goodness gracious.
Can we say here that it's not a hobby, it is our job?
It is our job.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's how I pay my bills.
Yeah, I do it.
That's how you feed your daughters.
100 hours a week, so that would be a pretty shitty hobby.
Yeah, it's not a hobby.
No, it's a job.
But I love doing it.
This is very true.